I'm okay. I mean, I'm really not okay, but...
Welcome to Ms. Mojo Glow, and today we're exploring Glee, the behind-the-scenes scandals and tragedies. Matthew Morrison kicked off the So You Think You Can Dance judging panel. Morrison played Will Schuester on Glee. The character never held back from showing off his moves, whether that was to his students, the school as a whole, or his love interests. So we weren't surprised to see Morrison land a gig as a judge on So You Think You Can Dance in 2022. This new job didn't last long, as he was reportedly fired in May of that year, before the 17th season was even done filming.
After he had an inappropriate relationship with a female contestant.
Morrison defended himself, stating he had only initiated contact to help the dancer get a choreographing job. Deaths of crew members. The folks who work behind the scenes on any TV show tend to be less well known than those we see on camera. Unfortunately, the Glee crew has faced numerous losses over the years. One of the riggers took his own life. A production assistant, Nancy Moats, who was Julia Roberts' half-sister, also took her own life in 2014. Then there was Matthew Morrison's stand-in, Mark Watson, who passed due to a car fire. And one of the series' assistant directors, Jim Fuller, sadly died of a heart attack. The death of Matt Bendik. Not all of the tragedies involving the show happened directly to the stars and crew members. Sadly, some also happened to their loved ones. Becca Tobin, who played Kitty Wilde, experienced a big heartache in 2014 when her boyfriend, entrepreneur Matt Bendik, unexpectedly passed. He was in his 30s at the time. While the cause was initially difficult to determine, reports later speculated that he died from a heart attack. We can only imagine the grief Tobin experienced at the time. Thankfully, she's since found love again and started a family. Lea Michele and Nia Rivera's feud. Rachel Berry and Santana Lopez had a tumultuous friendship throughout the show's run. And it seems like life may have imitated art with Lea Michele and Nia Rivera. In Rivera's book, she talked about the complex bond she had with her co-star, and it seemed like their on-screen relationship mirrored their real-life one. Rivera's father has also reported that she and Michelle, quote, hated each other. It seems they were both ambitious, assertive, and talented enough to resent and respect one another. It was also revealed that Rivera wasn't the only one who struggled to get along with Michelle, but more on that later.
You are short, you are awful.
Blake Jenner's arrest. Blake Jenner played Ryder Lynn starting on the 4th season of Glee, but in the years since the show's series finale, Jenner has been in the news for many negative reasons. In 2022, he was arrested and charged with a DUI. His blood alcohol level was over the legal limit when he was caught missing a red light, but he was let go the same day. Though he never got any jail time, he was reportedly sentenced to probation and counseling. This was actually the second time he had faced such a charge. The first occurred in 2014. Claims against Lea Michele. Rachel Berry was not an easy person to work with. Even though some people loved her, there were seemingly twice as many who hated her. Unfortunately, it seems things were similar behind the scenes with the actress who played her, Lea Michele. Samantha Marie Ware, who played Jane on season 6 of the show, spoke about numerous, quote, traumatic microaggressions she experienced from Michelle. Many former Glee stars, including Heather Morris, who played Brittany S. Pierce, agreed that the star was rude and awful to work with. Michelle, for her part, has since apologized. Melissa Benoist's revelations. Melissa Benoist and Blake Jenner divorced a few years after Glee wrapped, with the split being finalized in 2017. In 2019, she came forward to share her heartbreaking experiences. The actress chronicled a number of injuries she sustained during an abusive relationship. Though she didn't explicitly mention Jenner by name, she didn't need to. The timeline and details made it clear who she was referring to, and Jenner didn't deny it. Benoist has since remarried and welcomed a child, and has talked about her recovery journey. Her openness is sure to help countless people feel seen, and we hope only good things are coming for her. The death of Nia Rivera. Santana Lopez was one of the most popular and beloved characters on the show, and fans came to admire both her and the actress portraying her. Unfortunately, Nia Rivera passed away in 2020, and the devastating news hit everyone hard. She and her son Josie went boating in July, but she was declared missing when they didn't come back as expected. While he was thankfully found soon after on the boat they had rented, the search for her continued. Sadly, it was ultimately revealed that she didn't make it, having gotten caught in what was most likely a rip current. The death of Cory Montee. In 2013, Cory Montee, who brought Finn to life on the musical series, passed away. He had substance use disorder and faced a relapse after years of sobriety. He entered a rehabilitation facility, but sadly died a few months later in July. The Glee episode that pays tribute to his character is titled The Quarterback and is the most gut-wrenching of the series.
And all we've got left is his voice in our head.
The show talks about remembering how he lived rather than how he died, and it's clear by the reaction following his passing that he was truly loved and made a hugely positive impact. Mark Salling's arrest and death. Mark Salling was the person behind Glee's Noah Puckerman, a football player and member of the New Directions. In a disturbing turn of events, he was charged with assault in 2013. This suit ended in a settlement. However, in 2015, he was taken into custody as authorities had reason to believe he was in possession of illegal materials involving minors. Their suspicions were subsequently confirmed upon investigation. Salling proceeded to plead guilty the following year. He took his own life in 2018, shortly before he was supposed to be sentenced.
Last month, Salling entered a guilty plea to the charges